My goal is to break down what happened to them in simple, detailed, easy to understand terms so that you will have a clear understanding of what happened to them. Because if you don't pay attention to what happened to them just might happen to you.
There's someone you should know.
Hey everybody, welcome to the BOM Podcast. BOM stands for Business of Music Bootcamp, which means that this is the place where we will drill down on the business and legal aspects of the music industry. Everything from copyrights and contracts to policies and practices. Whatever it takes to educate and empower you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions about how to protect yourself and your music is what you'll find on the BOM. I'm your host, Professor Butler, and as a retired entertainment attorney, former record label executive, music law professor, and college administrator, I have counseled thousands of artists and musicians on the intricacies of the music business. Now it's your turn.
The information in this podcast is not intended, nor should it be construed as legal advice. If you have questions of a legal nature, we strongly recommend that you contact an attorney in your local jurisdiction who specializes in music and/or entertainment law. For guidance, check out our website at professorbutler.com and sign up to receive a free resource on how to find the right lawyer for you. And now, your host of the BOM Podcast, Professor Butler.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the BOM Podcast. I'm your host, Professor Butler, and that's right, the BOM is back, baby, for its second season. Can you believe it? We've done 12 episodes up till now, and I know that's not a big milestone for the average podcaster, but for me, that's a pretty darn big deal. So thank you for tuning in once again to the BOM. BOM, B-O-M-B, stands for Business of Music Bootcamp, which means that this is the place where we will drill down on the business and legal aspects of the music industry. And I mean everything from copyrights and contracts to policies and practices, whatever it takes to empower you with the knowledge you need to protect yourself and your music is what you will find on the BOM. Now, if you've been a long-time listener of the BOM, which hasn't been that long, I know what you're thinking. Professor Butler, where have you been? We missed you. Well, guess what? I missed you too. It's been more than 4 months. 4 months since I released an episode. And I got to be honest, everybody, I needed a break. I took a much needed hiatus. You see, what had happened was about 2/3 of the way into recording episodes for the BOM Podcast, I was promoted to chair of the Music Business Management Department at Berklee College of Music. Thank you very much. Which means that my job got a whole lot busier and I had far less free time than I had last summer when I started the podcast. Plus, podcasting, oh my God, podcasting turned out to be much harder and much more time-consuming than I thought. Now, that is no excuse for inconsistency, but it really is the truth. So now that I have a little bit more time, I'm a little bit more settled into my new position, and I even have a new assistant chair to help me run the department. I am committed to providing you with the education and the information you need to make informed decisions about your career. Now, for those of you who are new to the BOM, just so you know the history, I started this podcast last summer after spending 14 years as an entertainment attorney, 10 years as a record label marketing and A&R rep, and the last 16 years as a professor of music law and music business. And like many people in the industry, I got to tell you, I became so disillusioned, so frustrated and tired of hearing about musicians being taken advantage of or giving up everything they own just so they can have their music heard. I mean, I was tired of it. However, on the flip side, I was also tired about hearing about musicians who refuse to handle their business or even understand or even read what they sign. then turn around and blame the industry for why they're broke and can't make a living with their music. So I was tired of that too. Matter of fact, I wrote a book, which many of you know, and you can find a link to the book at professorbutler.com. It's called The Music Business is Corrupt, or maybe you just can't sing. How to Take Responsibility for Your Struggling Career. And that book was born out of my frustration with the industry at the time. So if you're looking for tips and tricks on how to become a superstar recording artist overnight, you've come to the wrong place. There are plenty of people all over the internet who will feed your ego, tell you what you want to hear, and worst of all, take your money. But of course, there are legitimate sources on marketing and management, many of which I'll be sharing with you on this podcast. And those sources speak to your desire to either launch your career, accelerate it, or take it to the next level. But guess what? I don't do that either. That is not my lane. What I do is empower you with the business and legal knowledge you need to protect yourself and your music. Because as others may teach you how to make music and therefore make money, I may be the only one telling you how to keep more of what you make and protect yourself and your assets at the same time. So how do I do that? Well, during the hiatus, I did a little research and conducted some analytics on my most popular episodes. And I found that the ones that you all seem to enjoy the most are the ones where I take real life examples of celebrity lawsuits, celebrities in the music industry, and other disputes, and I break them down, word for word, and make them applicable to you. I did stories last season on 50 Cent and Rick Ross regarding name and likeness and the right of publicity. I did one on Neil Young versus Donald Trump regarding the right of public performance during political campaigns. I talked about Lady A and Lady Antebellum's trademark dispute, as well as others. This season, I will be focusing on the same types of stories. I'll be talking about Taylor Swift's masters, Chance the Rapper's dispute with his manager, Dr. Dre's divorce, Kelly Clarkson's divorce, and her continued dispute with her manager. And I'm going to even add in a few of what I call legacy disputes, which are cases that took place a long time ago that you may have either heard about in passing, but they still very much apply to your rights and responsibilities today. So I'll be talking about cases like TLC and Toni Braxton's bankruptcies, and other high-profile sampling or copyright infringement cases. So basically, the focus of season 2 is all about analyzing real-world music business celebrity case studies, period. My goal is to break down what happened to them in simple, detailed, easy-to-understand terms so that you will have a clear understanding of what happened to them. Because if you don't pay attention to what happened to them, then what happened to them just might happen to you. Of course, I will continue to release highly researched and relevant episodes about every 2 weeks. Each episode will be no more than 30 minutes in length as usual, so you'll have no excuse not to listen. And in addition, I'll be releasing additional content on my new YouTube channel called, of course, The Bomb Podcast. So be sure to tune in there as well. And you guys know that I don't generally do interviews. I'm a solo caster so that I can fit in all of the detail and information I want you to know. However, I will be doing an interview or 2 or 3 on my YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in and make sure you share the Bomb Podcast with your friends and colleagues in the music business who are looking to take not just their careers to the next level, but their understanding of how to guard against the pitfalls of the music industry in order to protect themselves and their music. So once again, thank you for supporting the Bomb Podcast. Thank you for coming back. I'll be back in the first week in April with brand new episodes. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Thanks for joining me on the Bomb Podcast. If you were educated, empowered, or inspired by what you heard, please subscribe today to be the first to receive the latest episode. And don't forget, post a review, tell a friend, follow me on social media, and join my tribe at ProfessorButler.com.